During the time we're on air tonight, the Earth will be struck around 16,000 times by bolts of lightning. Fires will be ignited, electrical systems will crash, people may die. Lightning is a force of nature that can be magnificent and mesmerising, as well as devastating and deadly. And scientists warn it's rapidly increasing in Australia and around our warming world. More lightning strikes mean more bushfires, blackouts and aviation dramas. So scientists are rushing to work out how to predict lightning and how best to protect property and people. Tonight, we'll meet a family whose life was torn apart by a bolt from the blue, and meet a man who claims to have been struck 11 times and lived to tell the tale. We'll also hear the latest from the frontier of lightning science. But first, Denham Hitchcock heads for what is shaping as our future, an exotic destination under siege by lightning.
What is lightning?
Lightning is just a long spark, about 40,000 degrees Celsius.
That's hot.
It's hot. It's hotter than the surface of the sun.
I've had experiences with the lightning. The moment that I met the lightning, I met it and it met me. I can't imagine that anyone else in the world has seen more lightning than I have.
If the Earth is getting warmer, what does that mean for lightning?
Well, it means there are going to be lots more wildfires, what you call bushfires. There's going to be a lot more house fires. There's going to be more damage. There'll be more people killed.
Really miss him, don't you?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe it. I could have one wish, that it would be just to have that one last time with him.
Unfortunately, didn't get that last goodbye.
Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
I want to show you something. I want you to tell me about it.
That's not easy.
Venezuela, a country known for cheap petrol, an astounding number of beauty queens, and easily the worst taxis on Earth. But we're here for something else, and it's not an easy place to get to.
Go, supplies. There. There's a couple of dinners in that one.
There are no supermarkets where we're going. Our guide is Allan and he runs lightning tours.
So these waterways run all the way to your front door.
Well, then, welcome to my driveway. I'll welcome you to my home in a couple of hours, yeah?
Thank you.
Well, there's remote, and then there's where we're heading, deep into the Catatumbo Delta. We are going to a very, very special place. It is the lightning capital of the world.
Very close to where we are, just 20 kilometers north of here. Receives more than 250 lightning bolts per square kilometer per year. It's a world record. It's in the Guinness Book of Records.
Lake Maracaibo is, in effect, a cauldron for lightning. To start with, it's huge, the largest lake in South America. And out here, it's hot and it's humid. The lake is surrounded by the snow-capped peaks of the Venezuelan Andes. And on sunset, the downdraft of cold air from this unique and near-perfect semicircle collides in the same spot every single night.
Overwhelming overwhelming. It's so difficult to get your head around it when you're looking at something like that. The flashing is so intense, it's so fast. The big flashes sometimes can blind you. The frequency of the flashing, when it gets to 150 per minute, it's like a bulb. It doesn't stop. You can't count the individual flashes after 150 per minute.
This is our base for the week, Allan's tin shed on stilts. And surprisingly, we're not alone. The nearest land is 3 hours by boat, but that hasn't stopped hundreds of fishermen and their families from calling this place home. They live with the lightning and the storms, live in a world that could be our future.
This is amazing. There's a whole town on stilts.
Yeah, completely on the water.
Yeah. This is like going down the main street.
This is the main street.
So they are literally living on the lake.
Yeah, absolute water world. Absolute water world. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere really to play, you know. Kids learn to live totally underwater. Those. Well, for hundreds of years, people have lived out here because it's very rich in fish, and that's the main activity. But there's very little land, so people have adopted the custom of living on the water. So they build a house on stilts, and they create a life over the water.
Their streets are waterways, right. Their cars are boats.
That's right, yeah.
Kids are in buckets.
Bucket bicycles, yeah. They're simple people, humble people. They know how to appreciate the little things in life. We've done whatever we can to help these people out here too. Coming from outside areas, there are things that we can bring for them that they really need.
Every house in this village is on wooden stilts. Most of the homes are made from wood. It doesn't conduct electricity.
You walk on these one at a time?
Yeah, one at a time. I don't want you to fall in and wet the people's potatoes.
Yeah, the village will string me up.
Oiga, ¿cómo está todo? Todo bien. ¿Está la señora? ¿Conoce aquí al amigo de Ana?
Hi, man, nice to meet you. So I gather these spuds are hard to come by, Allan.
I'll tell you exactly what these people here call it, gold. It's gold.
There's no traffic noise out here, no television, no mobile phones, not even a washing machine. And the kids wouldn't know an iPad if they saw one. It's quiet and it's simple. That is, until nightfall. They live underneath the world's biggest lightning storm, right on time, almost every night.
What does he think about living out here on the water?
He says it's beautiful. Lightning out here is always beautiful, but they're always aware. If the storm gets too big, it can get dangerous. A lot of bolts and wind, and it spins tornadoes as well. So they have to be alert nearly all night when it gets big, when it gets heavy.
If Allan has seen more lightning than any person on the planet, close behind him is his daughter, Natalie.
See yours? Ah, sweet. Cute. Sweet, just like your dad.
They do a lot more than just run lightning tours. They are the outside link to this remote community.
What are you trying to tell the villagers or tell the children?
We are trying to teach them first that they live in an amazing place, that this doesn't happen in any place of the world. And the second thing is that the lightning has something special.
I want to show you something. I want you to tell me about it.
Oh, that's not easy. I will try.
You okay?
Yes, I am.
Only if you want to talk about it.
You have to talk about those things. It's necessary.
Natalie has spent much of her life out here in remote Venezuela with her father. For her, there is calm within the storm.
8 years ago, one of my kids died. She had leukemia. She had 11 months when she died. With her, I learned how to communicate in other ways because she didn't know how to talk. So I learned how to hear with my heart because she was sick. So my dad once told me he had a great picture. He always takes great pictures. And he showed me the picture. He told me, it's like an angel, look, and it's like an angel. It's a beautiful picture.
The photo was taken on the anniversary of her daughter's death. Like those who live on the lake, Natalie believes the lightning storms are trying to tell us something.
What do you think the meaning is?
That she is still here, that she knows that I'm here waiting.
It's a message from
Yes.
her.
Yes.
That she's still with you.
That she's there.
We showed her that photo today. As soon as I showed it to her, she cried.
Yeah.
You really gave her a gift with that photo.
Yeah. No, lightning gave us that gift. You know, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It seems to me that for you, you're not just watching the lightning when it happens, you feel something in here.
The original inhabitants here believed in the spirit connected with this phenomenon. I've felt it, I've lived it, I've seen it.
What did they believe?
But it is documented that the original native people said that this lightning here was a connection to their ancestors. And there's no better way to describe it. There is, when my family members have passed away, lightning has gone nuts. And one time my best friend passed away and the lightning went, baloney went absolutely berserk.
On a big night, how many flashes are we talking about?
We've calculated anywhere between 20,000 and 50,000 on good nights. I mean, some extraordinary nights you get up to like 100,000 flashes. You get 5 or 6 different systems all working at the same time for several hours.
So even after more than 27 years, when you see one of those storms,
Yeah.
it's like watching it for the first time.
It's like watching it for the first time, even better than watching it for the first time.
Is lightning something dangerous to be feared or something beautiful to be treasured?
And to me, the beauty and the treasure of it is what really counts. But of course, if it's close enough, and people should learn how to calculate lightning. You see the strike, count the seconds. Every 3 seconds is 1 kilometer. If it's less than 2 kilometers away, go indoors. Very important.
Turn left on Lightning Strike Road.
Guess I'm in the right place.
I started studying lightning about 1963, so it's been over half a century.
It's been a life's work for you.
Yes.
Few people on Earth know more about lightning than Professor Allan Newman.
Lightning is just a long spark. It's not fundamentally different from the spark that you get when you shuffle across the rug on a cold day and put your finger to a doorknob, except it's several kilometers long. It can be actually up to almost 100 kilometers long.
And so fast, the human eye can only see a fraction of what really happens. This incredible video was shot in super slow motion. So slow, every second takes 6 minutes to watch. These are called leaders. The cloud is bursting with energy and it's looking for a way out. Usually, this part happens so quickly, we don't even see it. Eventually, one reaches the ground. The connection drains the cloud of its electricity.
How powerful is it?
Probably 100 million volts, maybe a little more than that. The temperature of the lightning gets up to about 40,000 degrees Celsius.
That's hot.
It's hot. It's hotter than the surface of the sun.
And And all that heat and energy can be deadly. More than 100 lightning bolts strike the surface of the Earth every single second. Power grids go down. Electronics are fried. Lightning is the cause of more than half the world's bushfires, billions of dollars in damage. The human cost is also high. Worldwide, about 250,000 people are struck. 6,000 people are killed.
So this is where the magic happens.
Yes, it is. We shoot rockets from that tower there and over here in the middle of the field.
The professor is studying lightning to better predict where it will strike, and when it does, how to protect planes, power lines, homes, and people.
It's quite an unusual place. There isn't any place else like it in the world.
Well, from here you're calling down the power of the heavens.
Yeah, not quite sure where the heavens are.
The professor and his team are doing something remarkable.
Must be quite a sight.
It is, yes. You're going to see it in a minute.
They are creating lightning.
I know there's a lot of science involved, but that looks like a giant firework.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got a motor at the bottom. It puts out a lot of power. I mean, this thing goes up 300 meters, so it's quite a lot of juice in it, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the spool at the bottom here. This is the copper wire.
Yeah, and so this is Kevlar coated, so it's high tensile strength.
And literally, the lightning runs down the length of this wire.
Yep, exactly. That's what it does.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, let's set the thing off.
All right, Robbie?
Yeah.
Mostly we're interested in the physics of lightning itself, how it works, how it propagates, why it decides what it's going to strike on the ground, how exactly the striking process takes place.
All right, good to go. Let's make some lightning.
You're making lightning to order.
We're making lightning to order, yes.
Professor, you're playing God here.
Well, I don't want to take on that role, but we're trying to measure things. We're not just doing it to trigger lightning.
All right, 3, 2, 1, fire.
The rocket takes off, trailing the wire. Then, as it reaches the cloud, the lightning bolt is attracted to the metal.
What is it that you hope can be done with this information?
The simple answer would be control of the weather. It would be good to be able to predict lightning. If we knew exactly how it was started, we could maybe stop it. If lightning is coming over some facility or some town where you didn't want it, you could turn it off. So that's not out of the realm of possibility in the future.
Shouldn't nature sometimes just be left alone?
I don't know. I think you don't go to school to get a science degree to leave nature alone. The whole idea is to try to figure out how she works better.
Ice and moisture colliding within the cloud creates the electric charge that becomes lightning. The bolts can go from cloud to ground, and incredibly, from the Earth up. But science can't explain everything.
The major thing we don't know is how it gets started in the cloud.
How is it, with all this modern technology, 50 years worth of work,
Yeah.
that we still don't know how a lightning bolt begins?
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? It's a very hard measurement to make. I mean, it's hard to get up into the cloud to know exactly what's going on. It's hard to make the measurement remotely.
Still a mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery, but maybe some smart theoretician in the next 10 years or so will get close to the answer. Pretty much a scientifically validated fact, the Earth is warming.
An increase in temperature means an increase in lightning. It's estimated for every 1 degree the planet warms, there will be a 12% increase in lightning. Some predict at current rates, by the end of the century, we will have 50% more lightning strikes.
What does that mean for the planet?
Well, it means there are going to be lots more wildfires, what you call bushfires. And there's going to be a lot more house fires. There's going to be more damage. There'll be more people killed.
In Australia each year, hundreds of people are struck by lightning. Between 5 and 20 people are killed. It seems random, it seems impossible, until it happens to you.
You bring up your child every day. You teach them right from wrong. You care for them. You say, watch out. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Jaden Morrissey was easy to spot. A blonde-haired Aussie kid who loved the surf.
Loved being in water, whether it was fresh water or salt water. As long as he was wet, he was happy.
These are his brothers, Jared, Brody and Logan.
He's got hold of your hand there. Was he looking after you or were you looking after him?
He was looking after me.
I hear he spends so much time in the surf that you even had a nickname for him.
Yeah, shark bait, I used to call him. He could do whatever he set his mind to. He could ride a unicycle, he could ski.
Backflipping, juggling.
Football on the weekend.
You're proud of him, weren't you?
Very, very proud, yep. Yep.
Mark, when was the last time that you saw him?
It was Friday, Halloween. Never going to forget this.
November last year. Jaden was with his best mates surfing at 1 Mile Beach.
This is the spot right here?
Yeah, this is right about where it happened, yeah.
They were being watched over by Steve, a close family friend, when a storm blew in.
You called the boys out of the water?
Yeah, well, I was in the water with them,
Yeah.
and we were all paddling in, and a couple of the boys were just trying to get that last wave in, of course.
By the time they were out of the water, the storm had passed. The sky was blue. Steve was standing on the beach with Jaden and the boys.
And bang, it just struck like that. And I heard the bang and the shudder and felt the shock and all that.
Jaden had been struck in the chest by lightning, a so-called bolt from the blue. A type of lightning bolt that can travel kilometres from the cloud and can even strike in bright sunshine. Jaden was 15 years old.
I just turned around and bolted over, and I couldn't hear anything because I didn't realise that the ears were ringing from the lightning, and fingers were all tingly, and I couldn't feel a pulse. I couldn't hear anything, so I just started CPR on him and screamed at someone to get an ambulance.
It was about 4:15, like we always do. We keep in contact, whether it was an eerie feeling or just a parent thing, but because I hadn't heard from him, I thought I'd just send him a text message, 4:15. He's still alive. No reply.
Instead, he got a phone call from Steve. He told them to rush to the hospital.
You just get a phone call and bang, your life has changed.
Didn't get to see him or hug him before I left, which is something that I wish I did. You wish you'd tell your kids that you love them a lot more than you do. Unfortunately, didn't get that last goodbye.
We just live each day now as it comes and don't plan too far ahead because anything can happen. Just take each day as it comes. Kiss your kids goodnight, tell them you love them. Spend as much time with them as you can because you don't know when you're going to lose them. Yep.
What happens to the human body when it's struck by lightning?
What happens is you have a current driven through your body and across the surface of your skin. Nerves can be damaged just because the current flows through the nerves, and the heart can be stopped.
You can see where the lightning went in the arms, and you can see where it went out.
What are the odds of a person being struck by lightning?
It's about 1 out of every 10 million people is killed.
We've spoken to a man, Melvin Roberts, who says he's been struck 11 times. Just how unlucky is Melvin?
Melvin's very unlucky.
Melvin, when did you know that you were special?
Special? No.
Quit goofing around now. You're wasting tape.
I don't feel special. I feel like God has got me here for some reason.
What happens when a storm comes and you're together?
I gotta go into the other room because somebody has to call 911.
Melvin's wife, Martha, has had to do that a lot. South Carolina is in the top 5 American states for lightning strikes, but you don't need to tell Melvin that.
Considering the history of your husband here, is this a good idea for us to do the interview inside?
Sure. If we hear thunder, I'll move.
He's been struck or shocked while driving a bulldozer, while mowing the lawn, twice, even while standing on the front porch.
What is it like to be struck by lightning?
Well, it's like being in a microwave. But he said it cooks you from inside out.
A huge electrical shock.
Yeah, it's a bad shock. You can't taste anything for days and days.
Tastes like sulfur.
Yeah.
Like burnt matches.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything. I could eat possum stew, monkey brains, and it tastes like sulfur, you know.
Over the years, Melvin has become a regular at the hospital, and he has the reports to prove it. Each time, doctors have examined his injuries and found them consistent with those of a lightning strike victim. From multiple exit wounds to trouble with memory and speech. He's had X-rays and CT scans all the way to his 11th strike.
11 times is off
Right.
the charts. Is there something physical about him?
I don't know. The doctors don't know. It's hard to watch. It's hard to live with, too, but him... Wake up.
I would sleep, I live there.
Melvin has a box of broken watches that tell the exact time of every strike. He says he's been hit during storms, on cloudy days, even standing in bright sunshine.
Why is it, do you think, you've been hit so many times?
I have no idea, buddy. I sat down and went through my mind over and over and over. It's just like I'm being stalked.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit. That's the way I roll.
You said you've spoken to God a couple of times. Is he trying to tell you something with all these lightning strikes?
Yeah, if he wants to tell me something, you know, I got 2 cell phones, got a computer, and you know, like if he can email me, call me. They got my attention. He got that on the first time.
All right, guys.
What's happening, y'all? Ready for your photo?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Photo?
In the past, Melvin and Martha went for regular bushwalks, but these days, Melvin stays in the car.
When thunder roars, head indoors. And you can't hear it, but get in the car.
I will.
See you in a little while.
Keep watching the sky, Melvin.
I'll be down here with tears in my eyes. See ya.
Bye, Melvin.
What are the odds of being struck 11 times?
Well, I think directly being struck 11 times is impossible.
Melvin, we've spoken to lightning experts who say it's just almost impossible for someone to be hit so many times. The odds are huge.
I'd say, well, you might not believe my story, but if you want to try it, is get you a golf club in one hand and a fishing pole in the other, and either go out on the lake and stand or go to the golf course and stand. And you'll get a taste of what the Lord shoots down at you.
I've lived through it again and again and again for 12 years, so I'm a believer now.
Well, you've seen it with your own eyes.
I've seen it, yep. A lot of people don't believe it because it is impossible to conceive that somebody has been struck and gone through the physical trauma and lived.
But despite this, the Guinness Book of Records told Martha they did not have enough evidence to put Melvin into the history books. There is no doubt about the Catatumbo Delta in Venezuela. It remains the lightning strike capital of the world. And if the Earth's temperature continues to rise, we could learn a thing or two from this remarkable place.
Those songs that you were singing that brought on the lightning storm, will you sing those for us tonight?
I try, yes. Yes. Yeah, I try.
Yo pensaba que el hombre era grande y me equivoqué, pues grande solo es Dios.